In the wounded years after Ophir's fall, beauty became a kind of power, and Piryang carried it like a quiet crown. Men came from distant corners of the town to stand beside her, to be seen with her, to be chosen by her. But neither kindness nor devotion moved her, only wealth, only stature, and in her pride she spoke a truth that was not meant for human ears, that she would sooner take a devil as husband than a man beneath her. And something listened. In the dim hush of candlelight, Piryang knelt with her companions, their fingers tracing the sacred rhythm of the rosary. Soft prayers rose into the wooden beams above them, fragile as breath, yet heavy with faith. Beyond the open window, where the forest pressed close to the home, something unseen lingered. It watched, it learned, it desired. From shadow, it reshaped itself. Bone and sinew bent to will. Darkness clothed itself in beauty. Lianga, no longer a whisper in the trees, stepped forward, wearing the form of a man. He came adorned in the illusion of nobility, his presence gilded in wealth and refinement. Where others pleaded, he offered certainty. Where others hoped, he promised. And so he was welcome into the home, into their trust, into Piryang's heart. The mother, cautious yet tempted, saw not the hunger behind his gaze, only the promise of a future secured. But even the finest disguise fractures under the weight of the sacred. For there, against Piryang's chest, rested a simple crucifix, worn not as ornament, but as memory, as devotion, as truth. And before it, the illusion faltered, a subtle recoil, a moment too sharp to hide, a quiet, instinctive revulsion. The unseen revealed itself, not through rage, but through rejection. Fear does not always arrive loudly. Sometimes it settles, slow and certain. And so the mother sought counsel within the shadowed halls of faith. There, beneath carved wood and watchful saints, truth was spoken plainly, that no man of God would turn from the cross, that what stood beside her daughter was no man at all. She was given a test, a relic of grace, and a warning to bind what revealed itself, or lose everything. When night returned, so too did the suitor, and when the sacred was raised before him, the truth could no longer remain still. He turned, not in thought, but in instinct, and in that turning, the lie died. What followed was not battle, but judgment. Faith became restraint, courage became violence. The mother bound him, her hands trembling yet unyielding. Piryang struck with all the strength fear could summon, and beneath their defiance, the man unraveled. Not flesh, but something older, something wrong. Lianga revealed herself, not as beauty, but as hunger given form. Earth would hold what heaven rejected. Forced into clay, sealed with prayer and water, the demon was confined, not destroyed, but contained. A prison shaped by human hands, for something beyond them. At dawn, a wanderer passed, a Quachinango, a man of no name and no place. To him, it was only a burden, a task for coin, a weight to be carried and forgot. And so he took it. Far from the town, where the jungle thinned and the earth lay exposed, he dug. Deep, past root and stone, past the memory of sunlight. And there he placed the jar, covered, hidden, silenced, or so it seemed. But the earth remembers what it holds. Time does not weaken what was never alive. It feeds it. Within the dark, the jar endured, and something within it changed. Clay cracked. Patterns emerged. Corruption took root not in flesh, but in the world itself. Then the land broke, not by chance, but by consequence. The ground trembled, as if rejecting what it could no longer contain. The earth opened its womb, a vast hollow carved from collapse, its walls twisted like bodies caught mid-suffering, as though the land itself had learned to feel. At its lowest depth, the jar, broken, and before it, she stood, not reborn, for she had never truly died, not freed, for she had never truly been contained. Lianga, returned, cold, awakened, watching the world above as though seeing it anew. The silence that follows is not peace, it is anticipation. For what was buried in Ophir was never meant to remain beneath it.